Today's challenge has been given to me by Theo Thomas. Theo, I hate you. Day 36. It is currently 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, why did I sign up for this? Now, believe it or not, Cats was actually the first musical I ever watched. Back when I was, I don't know, 10 or something. And I loved it. It was fun. It was basically a bunch of cats having a dance-off to see who goes to kitty heaven. I know I was talking about plot for Love, Death, or Dies, but it was a spectacle. And I really enjoyed it. There were some great songs and some great performances. I've not heard such things about this. I saw the trailer and was naturally horrified, but I'm sure there's some redeeming features in here somewhere. I've got to be positive. I'm going to be watching this goodness knows how many times, with the exception of pausing at 11 o'clock for the minute silence for all the quarantine workers that have passed away. The visuals. So Broadway had great costuming and makeup. I just really hope I get used to it, because currently giving me shudders. Just had McCavity's first appearance. In the stage show, he was this constant threat, a horrifying threat. You've kind of felt a bit of genuine fear. Idris Elba was more threatening in the advert he did for Sky TV. This isn't going to bode well. They actually have dialogue. I am honestly surprised the Rum Tum Tugger song didn't start with Jason Derulo. So, from the background visuals, it's quite clearly set in London. But with the exception of one, all the principals have been not English. And some of them are really, really trying to do their best English accent, but it really doesn't work. You can't fault James Corden for effort. He tried. He was really good in One Man, Two Governors. Mungo, Jerry and Rumple Teaser have gone way too thick on the Cockney accent. So when they're doing their song, it sounds like someone with an speech impediment trying to rap. It definitely doesn't sound like anybody singing, that's for sure. Ray Winston is Grail Tiger. That's actually made me laugh for the first time in this film, and not for the right reasons. 45 minutes in, and the ensemble is supremely more frightening than McCavity is. And here's Judi Dench. And I actually feel genuinely sad for her. I don't think that was the intention. Some of the dancing and choreography in this might actually be impressive if it wasn't a CGI monstrosity. How many hours were spent doing the CGI on the tails? I wonder. If you look hard enough into Jennifer Hudson's eyes when she's doing Memory, you can see the image of Anne Hathaway accepting her Oscar for the role of Fantine. Elaine Page, you've still got the crown, that's for sure. They wrote an original song for this. You can tell, it doesn't sound like any of the others. It's not bad, actually. It just doesn't fit. There's got to be something said for Judi Dench's eye expressions. They always say half of acting is reacting. But all the little kind of quirks and looks she does with just kind of this part of her face is astounding. If they took away the music and just had Ian McKellen speak it, Gus the Theatre Cat would actually be quite good. That just really goes to show what kind of calibre Ian McKellen really is. Is it me, or does Taylor Swift look more human than the rest of them? Are they trying to go for sex appeal here? So did Bumbleina and McCavity used to date? Because we all know what Taylor Swift is like about writing songs about her exes. I'm going to guess she won't be performing McCavity on her next tour. Alright, Idris Elba just took off the jacket. Now it's horrifying. And we've gone back into the unintentionally funny again. Take me to the heavy side layer. Never! Make her walk the plank. Oh! Have noticed that most of Rum Tum Tugger's lines have been transferred to other cats. I'm wondering whether this was a directorial choice or whether Jason Derulo saw what was going on and decided to get out early. So, is Victoria and Mr. Mistopheles going to bone? That is the big question, isn't it? I take that back. Maybe Mistopheles and old Deuteronomy are going to bone. By God, it's a fourth wall break out of nowhere! So Victoria's been accepted as a Jellicle cat. She's still homeless, though. I'll admit, Beautiful Ghosts is growing on me. That's the end of round 1. Round 2. Second time around, and I'm beginning to notice a few cat puns in the background. That'll keep me busy. Just pause for the minute silence. Stupid videos are one thing, but to die fighting a pandemic. Yeah. If I took all the moments during this film musical where all there is just it would definitely add up to at least a minute, maybe even 2. The time is now 12:39. This is going to be a long day. There is the lyric, "McCavity is a ginger cat, he's very tall and thin." Idris Elba is none of these things. Maybe tall, I've not met him in person, but compared to everyone else, no. Just being pedantic. I think this time around I might actually record how long all the takes. See whether it does add up to my estimations. Let's face it, I've got the time. These modern productions are all very well. I see you, Ian McKellen. I see you. 2:35. I can inform you that there is 2 minutes and 7 seconds of screen time dedicated to breathing. Okay, this time around, I'm going to get out a pad and paper. I'm going to make some notes and see what I could do to improve this film. This might be an uphill battle. So I've been watching the same movie for 8 hours straight now. I think it's safe to say I've got a few notes. How to improve cats. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room. How it looks. So we've got to make a choice. We've got to either go 100% cat or 100% human. So if it's 100% cat, we animate it, whether it's either like Toy Story style animation or whether we go like old school Disney and The Lion King or something like that. If we're going 100% human, we've got to do it costumes like the Broadway show. Then we make it more dance-centric and not this horrible bit of body horror that we've got going that's the 50-50. I'd set it in a junkyard instead of the streets of London and make use of what's flying around. You could have all sorts of things. Skimbleshank's train, that can be, well, what do they do in the stage show? It's like umbrellas and stuff like that. And, you know, have some fun with it. Got to get rid of the synths. I hate synth. Taylor Swift's character, Bumbleina, she only features in one song. For the rest of it, I would have her as part of the chorus and just hide her in plain sight. She can dance, I'm sure. Maybe not all the balletical stuff, but just have her as a part of the crowd. The comedy has got to go. There wasn't a single joke or pratfall or any bit of physical comedy that actually stuck. Get rid of all of it. It just doesn't work. Don't introduce Mr. Mistopheles until the end of Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. Him failing magic tricks and going magic and Mr. Mistopheles, the magic cat, and all that, just takes away from it. Less is more in this case. He does sort of build up through the show, but let's not be so heavy-handed on it. McCavity. Oh, McCavity. Don't show him until the last possible moment. What's the big line in his song? McCavity's not there. Okay, yes, have like a little voice around a corner or a shadow, but don't actually show him. And get rid of the magic. Get clever. How is he going to abduct all of these cats? Do something intelligent with it. Like with Butterfly Jones, have Bumblebee, just kind of guide Butterfly over to the pipe that's full of food and then have him disappear into nothing. And we've got to recast him as well. Tall, ginger, menacing. Just like the song says. And other references to him, it could be subtle, just like instead of the big sign saying McCavity wanted for anything, have a wanted poster and just little things in the background, just to that the eye can pick up on. Sorry, Rebel Wilson, you gave it your best shot, but you've got to be recast. I think we need someone older and someone who can do an English accent. And Catherine Tate sing and dance. Anyway, Jason Derulo, you made the cut. You're one of the few celebrities in this that survives. But bad news is we're going to lock you in a room for 2 weeks with nothing but some food and videos of Prince. Sorry, Jennifer Hudson. Yeah, you didn't make the cut. We need someone else for Grisabella. Memory is the big song. And I don't want to say you butchered it, but I'm sorry, but you butchered it. We're definitely having a huge audition process to find us our Grisabella. If there's no comedy, we don't need James Corden. I mean, there's a very sinister part of me that thinks Brian Blessed should be Buster Jones, but I'm not that cruel. There's also an issue with scaling. At one point I saw a whole chicken that was the same size as a prawn that was on camera just a few seconds before. Mungo Jerry, you're okay. Got to be a little less cockney though, and you've got to enunciate. Same for you, Rob Patisa, and just have fun with it. The first bit of magic you see from Mr. Mistopheles needs to be the bone trick. He's got to show at least a little bit of competency. Ray Winston, thank you for coming. I don't think you fit in, really. You stick out like a thumb that's been hit by a mallet. With spikes. We could probably afford to expand on Growl Tiger a little bit more. He does have a whole song, Growl Tiger's Last Stand, and things with Lady Griddlebone. So there's more that can be played with it. Just, it's got to be done with anyone but Ray Winston. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but we need to recast Judi Dench as Old Deuteronomy. We need a stronger singer. I feel so dirty saying that. I'm sorry, Judy. Are the Jellicle Cats meant to be in a cult? Because a lot of the group things they've got going on make them look like they're about to drink some poison Kool-Aid. As I said before, don't reveal McCavity until the last possible moment. And just have him appear jump scare style behind Old Deuteronomy and snatch, grab, gone. During Mr. Mistopheles, don't have Mr. Mistopheles sing at all. Have it be the other cast members, and it's all about building up his confidence. Just slowly, little bit by little bit. Every time he fails, the song builds up a little bit more until he's confident enough to be able to do the spell. Sell him as much as possible. Now, as I was talking about Growl Tiger's Last Stand earlier, instead of having that terrible fight scene, have the various water-dwelling folk that Growl Tiger has wronged and have them come board the barge and get their revenge. And with those notes, we might be able to take this from a 1-star production to a 2-star production. You're welcome, Hollywood. Now to watch the film again. If I have to see Rebel Wilson's taint one more time, I think I saw my name on one of the gravestones. It is now 6:38. For a very brief moment in the last run of Cats, I considered attempting to lick myself for a millisecond. I need help. It has just gone 8:30 in the evening. I've been doing this for 12 hours. In the last run I started using a grip strengthener, and I've got a notepad. I'm just jotting down ideas, none cat related, just so I can say that I've done something productive with today. Dinner's just gone ping, so I'm going to go eat that whilst I do round however many it is. Yeah. Maybe I should have just found a pensioner's garden and walked around it 100 times. Oh well. Onwards. Just had to do a massive backstretch because all the time spent sat on the sofa, my back has just kind of gone. Yeah, that was uncomfortable. The fucking cat face in the clouds is just awful. Some fucker out there is going to accuse me of faking this. So, in some passing of proof, there it is. There is the time. Cats jumping about. And the zoom's gone crazy. And there's dinner. Jellicle cats, jellicle, songs for jellicle cats. Is that proof enough? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm now hot for Rumple Teaser. The actress playing her, not the cat. I will say though, there is one little bit in Old Deuteronomy towards the end. Just this little musical passage that just never gets old. Gotta find the good stuff when you can. I have a conundrum. As Jennifer Hudson, butchering memory, is coming through my left ear, I really want a drink. But if I have a drink, I'll get sleepy, and then I'll fail the challenge. I don't want to have suffered through all of this for nothing. 22:21, and here we go again. It has just gone midnight. I've just finished another one that time it felt like it went on forever. And my resolve is really struggling right now. So time to bring out the big guns. This got me through a 48-hour period when I had to finish the dissertation. You're going to make my pee radioactive, but don't fail me now. In 7 hours I get to sleep. Don't judge me. Still going. Still going. 3:30 in the morning. Why, oh why did I not make this some sort of fundraising event? If I die and never see James Corden do another bit of awkward comedy, I will die a happy man. I am one part-time shift away from being able to sleep again. It's got to the point where it doesn't look weird anymore. I've just become part of that world. I wonder where my tail is. If there's one thing I can take away from this, I am definitely not a furry. The Red Lady is very bemused by all of this. Mr. Meeseeks has a very strange look in his face. 6 o'clock. My eyes are getting heavy and I've stopped really focusing on what's going on screen. Could still get the music though. Currently, Ian McKellen is doing his Asparagus. Wonder if they ever did a porn parody of Cats. It's 7:15. The bin men have just gone past. All the snacks have been eaten. The relentless can is empty. Let's do this one more time. Dun dun.
Cats so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles. You can do this.
I'm done. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to bed.